Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everybody to UBAF. How's everything going? Hope you guys have been enjoying today's broadcast. My name is Rosa Silence, as Mello has introduced me. And my commentator is, introduce yourself, please.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm the level best, and I will be doing commentary not just for this run, but for the next few runs. So get used to my voice.
We love it. We love it. We love it. All right, right now I'm going to be running Resident Evil HD Remaster for the PC. This game was re-released in 2015. Its original was released on the GameCube in 2002. Then again, re-released on PS3, PS4, or I'm gonna say next gen consoles at the time, and then released on PC as well. So we're gonna be running the door skip Jill any % category, which means a lot of things are gonna be going by pretty quickly. So we're gonna start here. So I'm gonna go into new game. Also, this is my first GDQ, so I'm pretty excited, and I got Level with me here, so we're good. Yeah. I also run the game. We run the game with the text in simple Chinese because it's the fastest to scroll by for menuing and things of that nature. So we pick the first option here, which is normal mode. And then we go to select our character. So you guys are in for a little bit of a treat. I don't believe today, we haven't had any Metroid today, but we might see something in just a few seconds. So we're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
So just as we're getting into the game, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the Resident Evil series, you probably already know it, but survival horror game, one of the originals. There's zombies and monsters lurking through this mansion, and we basically try to overcome them as we have to solve all these puzzles and discover the mysteries of this place. As you can see, we're playing as Zero Suit Samus. It seems like that's not Jill.
The young Samus Valentine. Let's go.
All right then. Zero Suit Samus and her trusted partner Barry Burton are trying to uncover the mysteries of this mansion. Currently, they sent in a group just before them, and they're like, "Hey, we haven't heard from that group in forever. Let's go check it out." And the rest is history. Throughout this entire game, we're going to be trying to solve puzzles. We have to basically collect key items and then bring those key items from one side of the mansion to where they belong on another, all the while strategically avoiding these enemies. Right now, we're watching some stair skating. It's a very simple technique, but hard to execute well. Basically, all you have to do is spam the run button as you're going up the stairs, and it skips the animation. And it's a really fast run. Door skip %, as he mentioned before, meaning there aren't going to be any door loads, which the Resident Evil series is very infamous for, those door loading sequences. But because we're playing on PC, you know, it loads it faster than what a console would need to. I'm gonna see.
Take a wide line on that guy.
We're gonna see some heavy stair skating right here. The technique that's actually being used right now is, I think, one that's exclusive to the door skip category, if I'm not mistaken, where you basically just map the run button to your analog stick and you swing it in circles just so you can hit the run button on every single frame, basically. But some people, absolute legends, can just mash the button that fast, consistently, you know, reset after reset, and just keep it going. I think you have to press it at like 13 times a second or something to get that speed. I could be wrong, but something like that.
I was scared. I didn't know where he was. Isn't that the guy behind me?
It's okay. Fortunately, when he got grabbed there, I mean, obviously it's time that's being taken away, but he did grab a dagger, which is a self-defense item. This game is the first to introduce self-defense items in the series, and if an enemy grabs you, You can either set it to happen manually or you happen automatically when you get grabbed. Your character will use a self-defense item to push the zombie away, and that's good.
Yep. There's also a little bit of like movement tech. So like we shift in this game during the re-release. They added, and I believe it was the original a little bit with the analog that was on the GameCube, but they added free controls, which lets you like initially this game had 10 controls where you can only use the directional pad. You move like forward like this, and you turn slow like that. And then they added the ability to use the analog stick, which gives you free movement to kind of do like when you see me running around in a bit of a circle to do that. So you're gonna see like me shifting in between both those forms of movement in specific rooms. So come up here. I bet.
Yeah, it's really nice that they added the alternate controls in the remaster as Silence mentioned. Normally tank controls, you use left and right and it'll turn the character. It'll just rotate them to the left and to the right. No matter where you're oriented, up and down are forwards and backwards. Left and right are turn left, turn right. But with the analog stick, it's more reliant on where your character is facing in the camera angle. So like if he was standing, I don't know, right here where the door opened, and if he moved the analog stick upwards, it would move him up towards that direction in which the camera is oriented. I guess from the camera's perspective. I hope this dog sequence goes well. Door skip is really hard to provide commentary for just because of how quick everything is happening. And if you aren't aware of what's going on in the run, it can easily get confusing. I mean, for anyone who's familiar with Resident Evil in the game, you could probably say, oh, this is really fast. But for those of you guys who haven't experienced Resident Evil before, it's a lot. There's a lot that needs to get done. Right now, we're trying to get this collar off the dog. As you can see, it's glowing around its neck, and it just dropped it. And we need that because we're gonna have to do an old switcheroo later on, and that they use that a lot in the Resident Evil series. You take one item that's broken or irrelevant and you replace it for the one of value. So this one is going to be the dog collar. We examine it, and within it is the imitation key, and we just hot swap that later.
For the dog, I mean, obviously dogs in video games are definitely always the easiest and most enjoyable thing, but is that like...
Yeah, enjoyable. Enjoyable. Sure is.
Was that like just kill the dogs as soon as you can, or is there any particular strategy you try to do?
So there is an optimized strat there. Like if you are really good at it, there's something called quick shooting in this game, which will show like with the heavy weapons and the smaller weapons. I'm not fairly good at quick shooting, so there's two ways you could go about it. Back yourself into the wall, and if you know the timing for the dogs, you pretty much shoot the bullets until you kill the dog. When the dog with the dog collar drops, it doesn't drop it in front. It drops it close to the door, and the hitbox to pick it up is like really big, so you don't have to go in front of the item and stand over it. So you're lucky with that at the bad animation. But yeah, if you are good with quick shooting, which is like taps that are frame perfect, essentially, you can get it. You can kill the animals as fast as you can. But again, like I said, I'm not good at that.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no save the animals option. Sorry.
Not in this.
Not these animals.
Not these ones.
These
There's
animals hurt.
There's another one later on that we can save. Quite a few, actually.
I'm going to reset this room. So this is a safety strat here. If you saw that big guy there trying to swipe at me, he's really dangerous and he does a lot of damage. So I usually use that room or that door as a safety net in case the bald zombie's position isn't somewhere I like, because that camera angle is so tight. And this game is known for its static camera angles. They change obviously when you enter into a new one. Because that camera angle is so tight and where that zombie is placed, I didn't feel comfortable enough to dodge it with like a spin dodge that I do. Also, side note, the dodges in this are hit or miss. You have two choices that you can do if you're really good. There's a backstep dodge that you can do, or you could do what I'm doing, which is super, super dangerous, in my opinion, because if you spin and the zombie grabs you, sometimes it'll grab you from behind, which you can't use a safety item with. So yeah, there's that. All right, level go. I'm gonna focus right here.
Okay. I saw someone in chat said they said some people swear by the tank controls. I only ever swore at them. I thought that was funny.
No, that was pretty funny.
let me I guess I'll talk a little bit about the quick shooting, which we'll see a little later on, but I'll mention it briefly here. So in most Resident Evil games, or the early Resident Evil games, quick shooting is basically just canceling the animation or resetting the animation, the fire animation before it ends. And in this game, it's a little different. For the handgun, you just have to like rhythmically time the fire button as you're holding aim, and you can only do like a max of, I think, 3 shots, which is like burst fire. And there's actually a gun that you can unlock, the Infinite Ammo Samurai Edge, where if you just hold the button, it actually does that burst fire, so it's really nice. But the bigger guns are gonna be quick shooting, pretty simple. You just aim and fire, and then you wiggle your analog stick and then fire again. It's shorter than just letting the entirety of the animation play through and starting another shot.
I see somebody said tank controls are for the win. I mean, for the speedrun, the tank controls definitely are like clutch because they allow you to do straighter lines. But I definitely like the analog, the free controls, because of the dodging the most. But then also I do like the tank controls for stair skating, so I'm a little bit torn.
It depends for me. The only one I really use tank controls with almost the entire time is Resident Evil Outbreak.
You know what? That's true.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, wait, that has all controls?
Yeah, it does.
I didn't know that. I never thought to use the analog when I was playing it. The more you know. Wait. Nah, I'm gonna go this way.
I feel so bad for everyone inquiring about the camera, but you know what? I'm gonna let Silence take that one.
Wait, what are we asking about the camera?
You know.
Oh, my camera?
The camera.
Okay. So, funny story. I did used to have a webcam. That webcam was broken when I was doing some cable management, and I got the bad zombie here. Give me a second. Hey, big guy, you want to come this way? Huh? No? You want to keep going? All right, he's going to ignore me. So we're going to have this conversation about the camera. Yeah, I used to have a camera. Camera broke when I was doing some cable managing, and my sit-stand dust lifted up, and the wire got snagged on something. So I found this guy's not going to dodge. I found the picture that I do the most.
We got double
non-lungers. So, yeah.
So,
this room's great.
Just real quick.
Come on, guys. Oh, yeah,
so
here we go.
To dodge these zombies, you want to like run in front of them and grab their attention, and then they'll try to lunge at you when you come a certain distance between them. Sometimes though, and I call them vegetarian zombies, sometimes they just don't care for human flesh and they just want to get on with their lives. You know, they have homes to get to. But anyway, when that happens, it's bad because your whole strategy is waiting for them to do that lunge, and when they don't do it, you're like, okay, is it safe? Or am I cool? Am I in the clear? And then it's one of those
there's some spots where you can do it, you can get past them, but it's like sometimes nah. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. I was just saying it's one of those moments where the moment you
command grab.
decide I'm gonna go, they're like, I think I want to lunge now. So it's just like a false sense of security, and It's no good. It just throws everything off.
Did you just got grabbed anyway, even though they launched?
Yup. I didn't. I guess there wasn't enough space there. Sometimes you can. It can happen where you just think you're good, but you're not.
Oh, you thought.
I know. Only. Oh yeah. Like yeah. You thought. Yeah. Back to the camera.
But not
That's the face that I always make whenever something crazy goes on.
Your reputation.
Right. Exactly. But yeah. I make that face. The camera. I make that face a lot. There's other meme photos of me somewhere, and there's a bunch of faces that I make, but that one happens often. So like this kind of dodge right here, where the guy's just standing there and he just swings it around. You saw how easy that was. That's when I was originally coming that way. That's what I thought it was going to happen again. And it didn't. So it can just happen sometimes. Sometimes the spacing's not exactly what it seems.
You said before. Sometimes you think you're good, but you're not.
But you're not. Yeah. Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Are you reflecting?
A little bit, you know what I mean? Just a tiny bit. It's all good. Don't worry about the grabs and stuff like that. We have a lot of different safety items along the route. Backup strats. Good old backup strats.
Yeah. Anytime you're gonna be in a marathon setting or no reset, you gotta have backup strats. And that's something about speedrunning that I've always found really interesting is to get the best runs, you just reset and reset and reset until it's perfect. But I always thought or find it amazing when you have people who just make the best with what they have and still pull off a great run. That's really nice.
We gotta run, boys. Let's go.
What was that stair glide? It's called stair skating. You basically unequip your weapon and you spam the run button as you're going or traversing the stairs, and it'll just lock that animation as they zoom.
Guys, say hi and bye to Richard. I'm sorry we didn't get to meet him. So we got another case of the not wanting to dodge. Lunge.
Oh my god.
Catching all the good RNG here. It's okay though. We got to heal downstairs, so we're fine. You'll know when I'm panicked, okay?
I hope you guys are enjoying the Lara Croft mod we're using right now.
Oh yeah, Laura's looking real good right now.
Wow.
Gibbo, that is Lara Croft, Tomb Raider extraordinaire right now.
I thought we were gonna keep it subtle.
That wasn't subtle?
No. No, it was not.
I could have been like, that's Nathan Drake. Like, Tomb Raider extraordinaire. Wait, wrong? No, ain't no Tomb Raider. All right, so I'm gonna pick up this fast and these fire grenades. We're gonna need for in just a moment. Heal up here. Get up out of here.
Okay, so I guess it was so brief. We forgot to mention it, and again, it's really hard with everything zooming all over the place. We're gonna be doing another run of this game later tonight, but it's gonna be a randomizer. So everything you're seeing right now, forget it.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Forget it.
It's all gonna go out the window when you see J-Rock and Kitten go at it in this.
We're coming up on our second boss fight. This is a Crimson Elder. We initiate this fight by inserting the 4 death masks that we've been acquiring that we didn't even mention because, again, there's so much going on. There's so much to cover. But we insert the 4 death mass. It's gonna bring down this little coffin, and we have a bright red zombie in there ready to chow down.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do this in a specific order here. Yeah. It was a perfect segue too. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of a strategy here while I'm putting these up on the wall. So item management, inventory, and all that stuff, we do take that into consideration, as well as like boss placement and what we're doing. So the grenades I picked up earlier, I'm going into my inventory now, combining them into the grenade launcher and equipping that now. I kind of did this with the dogs when I got out there with the dog whistle. I equipped the gun and then I used the dog whistle. And then I put this on the wall. And it activates the scene here so that we don't have to go into our inventory during the fight. All right, I'm gonna go over here to activate the full fight. And now the strat for here is I wanna use only 3 grenade rounds. If for some chance I can't, okay, we have backups later on in the game. We wanna use 3 grenade rounds. So the first shot here, run up, shoot him, run over, shoot him, run over, shoot him. All right, yes, you do get hit by fire. That was a really good fight, 3 rounds. I did slow quick shooting there, but essentially same deal. When I moved and shifted around a little bit there, that was a slight quick shooting. But typically what you would do is you would aim, shoot, let go of aim, and then immediately just move forward with the analog stick, aim again, move forward with the analog stick, aim again after every shot. Because there's a small animation of Jill like reloading the gun or cocking the gun back a little bit because of the recoil. Yeah, that was a smooth fight.
That was a really smooth fight. If we were on a GDQ couch, that would be one of those clap moments.
We got a lot of non-luncheon zombies today. I don't like
that's
this.
like what, the 4th one?
That's the 4th one, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right, you want to be faster? There's a dog behind me. And I'm not facing here, right? Okay.
So we actually just left the mansion for the first time. So that's the first segment of the game done. Now we're going to be moving on toward the guardhouse. But before we get there, we have to acquire some items and visit our homegirl, Lisa, everyone's favorite Resident Evil villain.
And what's up to everybody saying hello in chat, by the way? Just to make sure I see y'all, don't worry. Ooh, first try, let's go. I got a slow patterns. Yay. All right. Thank you for everybody coming out to hang out during the event, whether it was during this run or earlier in the day too.
Yeah, it's a legendary day to be here. First ever day of Unapologetically Black and Fast.
Yeah, I'm happy.
This is the when you say I was here in chat.
I mean, this is going to be on YouTube later, so everybody should be saying I am here. I'm stuck on a tree. That's what I'm saying. I'm stuck on a tree. YouTube will hear. I am stuck on a tree.
Okay. Tree strat. We ran into that tree there for manipulation for the boss fight way later at the end of the game. If you hit the bark at a certain angle, it just makes it an insta kill when you get there. So
true
for remembering that.
Oh, that is true. He is correct. So I think about inventory and item management. Yeah, throughout this entire run, we're only going to come to this box twice.
You said that
one of these boxes. I said that last time. Yeah, you're right. All right, but you typically will only come to an item box twice throughout this run, and no other time. We do not need to go back to it.
That's right. We don't want to be called a liar.
No, game's gonna make me a liar probably soon. So let's just everybody. Give me your energy.
This is an important place here. Lisa does heavy damage, and she has a couple different attacks that she can do. We'll see what Silence decides to pull off.
I'm out here, Chief.
Nice.
Can't touch me.
Nice.
Can't touch this. All right,
yeah, so she does heavy damage. If he were to have gotten hit there, definitely would have taken him out of fine, and he would have slowed down. Again, look, we're just missing so many things. The more I talk about this game, I'll get better at doing commentary for it, I promise. So
you
in
good,
the Resident
homie? You
Evil
good, you
game,
good.
you have
We got a lot of running to
most
do, so we
games,
talk about everything.
you have a you have a health bar, and there's
You do?
4 different health states.
Oh my God.
You have fine, yellow caution, orange caution, and danger. In this particular Resident Evil game, if I'm not mistaken, you're the same speed at anything that's below fine.
Sure.
So caution, and danger. But it's still slower than your full speed at fine. So anytime we get hit, we're trying to avoid that as much as possible because we don't want to slow down. That's not only gonna affect our overall time and how quickly we traverse the map, but it's also gonna affect some of our dodges because a technique you might have practiced for might not work the same way because you have to account for that speed difference.
And the health colors, to be honest, like we usually use a speedrunning tool so we can see our inventory and our health and everything like that, so that we don't have to go into our inventories to go see it. And for me, seeing the health bar would be nice so that I don't have to just rely on just seeing the words fine or caution or anything like that. I don't use the SRT as much on this, like only because it's not something that it's a separate program that layers over the game itself, and I use 2 different computers. But yeah, I kind of drifted off there. I'm sorry. I'm colorblind, so see, I can't tell the difference between.
Get right to it.
Yeah, let's go. Like I'm colorblind, so like it becomes a difficult thing later on. Sometimes, if I'm like on autopilot and doing certain things in the run and thinking I'm okay. Like if I get hit a couple of different times and Jill still appears to be fine, but she's actually in caution. She might be in yellow caution, which means I could be somewhere near 50% HP. And I wouldn't really know if it's yellow or orange or red. So having the speedrunning tool is really helpful. Unfortunately, I don't have it on today, but it's fine. We backup straps. Say hi, Barry. Say bye, Barry.
So now
Barry's
we're in the guardhouse.
Barry's a zombie now. Oh yeah, so we're in the guardhouse now. Quick walk. Oh, the vine on the floor here that I'm about to pass in this next room. It doesn't do much damage, but you want to make sure you get out of it as quickly as possible.
You sound like it grabbed you for a second.
I had to move my hand onto the analog stick. I use the analog stick to get past it today, but usually I use the D-pad, but I had got a cut on my thumb, so I can't like rub my thumb on the D-pad to get escape things too much today. Oh no.
All the friction of the
in there for a
slide.
second, like, which is interesting enough. This game I use a controller to play. Resident Evil 2 Remake, I use the keyboard and mouse. So it's kind of fun and interesting to go back and forth between the 2 games every so often.
What was it that you said, Mello? I'm sorry.
Is it like the friction of the slide on the D-pad that with the cut on the thumb that's stopping you?
Yeah.
Just that speed.
Yeah, I mean, I do have like that new skin stuff that you put on your thumb, but I'm like, I don't really trust it.
I have never heard of that.
Neither have I.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the liquid Band-Aid. That stuff.
Fresh layer of fake skin.
Pretty much. It's weird. First time I used it today too, so.
Does it feel like your finger?
Does it feel like? Yeah, it does. Wait, I like this room. The sounds in this room, I like it because you hear what it says. You hear that? UBAF, UBAF. Y'all ain't hear that? It's just me. All right.
All right, guys. This has been fun. My name's Level Best, and I'll be turning it off for the rest of the day.
There it goes again. It's right there. You don't hear that? UBAF, UBAF, UBAF. UBAF. Y'all tripping.
Oh my gosh, do you remember in Cloudy with a chance to beat balls? Spray on shoes.
Yeah, that's basically what it's like. Yeah.
How you gonna get them off, nerd?
Oh yeah, that's right. Couldn't. Oh my god. All right, so I brought this fast for a reason, just so I could heal. I'm actually gonna grab this too. Safety straps. I just recently got a PB in this game, so I'm not too worried about time for this one. As long as we're underestimated. There's gonna be sharks in this room. We don't like sharks. They're mean. Especially this one right here, who's gonna grab my ankle in just 2 seconds. Exactly. All right, I'm gonna go the middle route here. So there's 2 paths you can walk in here, and it's really, really dangerous in here. The outside path, the 2 sharks can grab you. And there's a big giant shark in the middle who likes to jump up and eat people. We don't want that. But the outside path is the longer path. The inside is the shorter. So you want to try to get to the inside path before one of the sharks bites you. It's really huge RNG, but it's a huge time save there if you can get it without them biting you. There's not many things in this run outside of movement that are time saves during the speed run.
Emergency. Unknown source of pressure detected.
This
All doors to achieve
it's
maximum
so this valve that you have to turn. It's a, how do I say, this puzzle has to be done in a specific order. You have to do an action on one side of the room, and then these shutters will come down. Then you have to rush to the other side of the room, and then they're like, oh no, the valve is busted or something. And it's random whether you have to use valve number 1, 2, or 3, but there's a document on the table that tells you which it is. So you don't have to guess. Some people don't believe in the randomness, and they just always choose valve number 3. To each their own. It doesn't take that long to just look at the thing on the table, but
Laura Croft is immune to sharks. Yep, Laura Croft is immune to sharks. But yeah, like the chances, I think the chances between like the 1, 2, and 3, like the 1 and the 3 show up the most, and that's why some people skip the paper. But
wait,
honestly,
are you saying it's not a 33% chance?
I don't know, man. To be honest, I just know some people skip it. But here's our favorite skip in the game. You want to explain this a little?
Okay, so this is save the animals percent. Normally you're to push this control panel into the water and turn on the electricity, and it will kill the shark and let you pick up that item freely. But if you decide not to do that, he decides he wants revenge for you, taking out his little cousins and getting rid of his water. But if you're skilled, like our runner Silence here,
yeah, skills. Is that what we're calling this?
He just has a little nap.
So much of this level reminds me of the movie Deep Blue Sea. Do y'all remember that? With Samuel L. Jackson? With the sharks?
LL Cool J.
Yeah, LL Cool J.
We'll begin with how to make the perfect omelet. All right. I usually let this guy grab me right here because it's just faster. Sometimes he doesn't like the lunge, and sometimes he does. But it's just faster to just get grabbed.
Yes, we really are doing Save the Animals. I don't tell lies. Unless it's Friday.
We out here saving the animals, the young creatures, if you will. So in this room... Oh, go ahead.
No, it's completely unrelated to the game. Go ahead.
No. Let's hear it, Level.
I was saying, are there really 3 Deep Blue Sea movies?
Are there? Hold up. Pause the whole stream. Let's talk about this one. There's 3 of them? There was 2? We need to hold up. Win.
Well, see, Zeexy, hopefully I'm saying that right. It's a simple case of how do you say it? Schrodinger? I don't know how you say their name.
Schrodinger's?
Yeah. If you didn't see them live nor die, therefore, who's to say?
All right, so we kind of skipped over a lot of stuff that was just happening. As we said before, this game goes by pretty quick because of the door skip mod. Now we're getting ready to go to our next boss fight, which, remember those 3 grenade rounds we had left over from that first fight? We're gonna try to use them here and use only them. So wish me luck. Versus this plant. I'll explain the strat after it.
Strat is you shoot him, it go bang, and he die.
All right, single phase. Let's go.
Couch clap moment.
Couch clap moment. Can I get some claps in chat, please?
Very good. Didn't even need the vegetarian zombies for that one.
Nah. All right, so in that moment, just before you saw like those 2 cutscenes, the first cutscene obviously of him opening up, and then the second cutscene of killing him, I was doing the quick shooting strat with the heavy weapon. But essentially, you want to shoot the 2 shots as fast as you can first with the flame rounds, only with the flame rounds. This will guarantee just a 1 cycle kill, but you only if you can get the shot off immediately after the cutscene. If you don't, then it's going to be like a two cycle. And I'm over here trying to stop and wait for the tentacle to grab me through the floor. He's dead now. We don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, that tentacle was actually of Plant 42, the boss fight we just finished. And on your way back, you don't got to worry about him. Also, by the way, I don't know if this is just a result of the randomizer, but you told me that those snakes can't poison you on the way back.
Yeah, no, but in the randomizer they can. I was thinking about that later, and I was like, he's probably gonna ask me about that when he's doing. No, because you said you were testing, and I was like, he's probably gonna ask me about that.
I didn't have to.
So
ask
it randomizes these.
I got poisoned both ways.
Yeah, for some reason I don't know why, and I think it has something to do with the battery. So like if you place the battery or whatever, or if it's before you place the battery or something like that, or before the plant dies, something related to around like the plant and the battery, just like how the hunters activate, it's something with that. But if you're walking back and forth through there with, not killing anything, yeah, they'll poison you. In the randomizer. I've never been poisoned more than once. I'm going to grab these grenade rounds right here on the floor too. I'm also going to leave that first aid on this. I'm lying. I'm going to pick that up. All right, I didn't get poisoned, so I'm going to get rid of that blue herb out of my inventory. We'll discuss it later, though. We got to...
Wow.
I need sound for this.
How did we mention...
Next part, so I'm going to be super concentrating here. So give me a second.
Ooh, look at you.
Nice.
Look at you being clean.
What is there a queue on that?
Baby, clean.
So,
let's go.
Okay, so hunters in this game, if they are very dangerous. In earlier
Especially in pairs.
entries of the Resident Evil series, hunters have a insta-kill attack that they can do when you're within a certain health threshold. For whatever reason, some evil mastermind in Capcom and the year 2002 decided, you know what? That's a little too easy. So we're just going to have these guys trigger this attack literally any time they want. So at any point, they can, they'll let out this this shriek, this taunt, and they'll dash across the screen, and Queen of Hearts off with your head. No good.
Hey, that's an Alice in Wonderland reference. I got that.
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
I understood that reference.
Yikes. You made me lose what I was saying. And that area is really bad because we're on stairs. And when you're on stairs, you can either go up or you can go down. And there's two hunters. You know what? You asked me to be here, sir.
Trying to figure out what you doing.
Yeah, I'm like building the whole
you can
scene
either
in
go
my
up
head.
or down. We are learning here today, folks. Oh my god.
I get it though. You get surrounded by the cutters.
It's bad. You can only go up and down, so they can sandwich you there.
How stairs work, folks.
Oh my god. You know what? How you doing, chat? How you doing, chat? I'll have you guys know. Let GDQ staff know that I was brought to this.
Right. Let the record state that I tried.
I tried.
Oh, finally a dodge. All right, so I'm gonna feed
off
you
guys in Resident Evil 2 remake.
I'm gonna feed off of levels explanation of stairs. I'm gonna time out that. Can you explain stairs and what happens when zombies are on them, as well as what you're explaining with hunters?
Sorry, you're not gonna get anything more out of me.
All right, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you.
So, Starship Troopers. Wow, 4 movies.
Oh, we taking it back. Okay. Oh my god. What are we doing?
I was trying to educate the people, man.
Oh my god. Oh my lord.
So Silence, why don't you tell us what's going on here?
Did I grab them?
Leaving people in the dark. What's happening in this game?
I thought you were explaining stairs. I'm sorry. I thought you were explaining the stairs. Well, I just did a couple of crazy dodges and we got some good RNG in a couple of hallways. But I'm about to come up on the next boss, which is, remember that big giant snake that killed Richard? I don't know if you remember who Richard is, but it was that guy that disappeared earlier. We're going to combine these rounds into this grenade launcher and we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4. If all went well and I get close, I miss. 6 shots. 6 shots is all we need. Typically what happens is there's only 5, but I think I missed the first one because he was lifting his head up.
So sometimes auto aim doesn't.
Yeah, normally it's an off screen, but sometimes the auto aim, depending on like where if I'm fast enough, depending on where his head is, the shot will hit. But sometimes the auto aim doesn't catch it for some reason. I don't know why. But the strat there usually is only 5 shots. Ammo count is very, very optimized for this route as well. I'm doing a lot of extra strats with, as you can see, where I have like extra ammo now. I typically wouldn't have picked up any of the extra grenade rounds for anything that I'm doing. So like the first 6 flame rounds that we used, obviously the 3 on the Crimson and then the 3 on the plant. Then we use regular rounds for Yawn here. And then we would have to pick up 1 set of grenade rounds for 1 more room later in the game. But me, I'm going just above and beyond just in case crazy things happen. I'm picking up all the grenade rounds that I can see along the path.
Yeah, Resident Evil speedruns are, firstly, they are inventory management, knowing what key items you need to have, knowing how much ammo you need for each boss, and then movement. Like, making sure you're turning those corners as tight as you can, not bumping into walls or other obstacles in the terrain, perfecting those dodges on enemies. And it might not seem like much. I mean, it's certainly not as far as tech is involved, not as complicated as some other speedruns can be. But, you know, when it comes to speedrunning in general, the goal is to be the fastest, and all that stuff adds up.
I went through the wrong door there. Professional.
So what is it, like? Simple, easy to learn, hard to master kind of deal.
It's all a memory game, much like every speedrun for the most part. So I really wish this guy would do that, and then I can do this, and then I don't know how many items are. I got a couple. I can go out the door. Oh, so did we explain the stair thing?
Are you still on that, bro?
Yeah, my brain is still.
Oh my gosh.
Autopilot.
You know what?
Hands are doing one thing, brain is somewhere else.
Because you're not a decent comedian. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm trash at comedy. See, look at that. What was the rim shot? Like, I didn't even know. All right, so I want to get to this door as fast as we can because there's a hunter in the room, and then I want to do this puzzle here.
Is that what that's called? A rim shot?
I thought that's what it was called.
I thought it was called a badumts.
I mean, that's what it's doing, right? Like,
I don't know. I didn't know it had a name.
So anyway, stairs.
Stairs. Yeah, so the stairs. Oh, his keys don't work
So
like
back
that.
on the stairs.
It's not necessarily the stairs. It's the all right. So zombies in this game. If you are on a different, because I've done it multiple times, and you're gonna see it one more time. Oh, he almost hit me. I've done it multiple times. So like with zombies on stairs or anything that's not the same level as you, they will not grab you. They will only vomit. So I wanted to kind of like point that out at one part where Puppy is really anxious. Like in the basement where I turned the switch on in the water and then, don't do that yet. I turned the switch on in the water, and when I was coming back after that first zombie grabbed me, the second one, I waited for him to come a little closer while I stood between the doorway and the water, because there's just a little tiny lip that is there that is basically unlevel, and the zombie puked.
I'm level.
Yeah, you're level. He wasn't level. But wait, if you're level, he wasn't, whatever.
Wait, he wasn't level. Is he level now?
Is he level now? Like, yeah, I don't know. But so yeah, like because he wasn't on the same level as me, he vomited there on that at that point. Zombies on the stairs that you're gonna see later. This one's gonna grab me. Zombies on the stairs, which you're gonna see a few different times. I'm gonna get past them, and they're gonna do the same exact thing, just stand still and vomit. But there was one zombie early on that did that too. We're gonna do this. So we've done all of that. We grabbed all these items. I grabbed this crank from earlier, did the same exact thing, but now we did it in reverse because we grabbed the battery so that we could do this without having to cross this lake that we now have filled back up with water. Or not lake, I guess. I don't know what you would call this. Reservoir? So that
swimming pool.
Swimming pool, sure. So we can go into this. Okay, puppy. I like you too. It's okay.
I feel like every animation for the dogs being thrown down is like the most aggressive they could possibly make it.
Oh, it's worse if I have like a dagger and I stab them. Like, it's even worse.
I mean, I don't know if you've ever been bitten by a dog. I have. Not the most passive thing to get off.
Right.
All right. So there's not a lot of places in the game where there's like points of contention for me where I'm like a little panicked or worried about something happening. I'll voice it when it is something that I'm worried about. This next boss that's coming up, I'm kind of worried about it. Fun fact, I just learned about this, but the hitbox for this crank that I just picked up off the floor is very far. It looked like it's in between his legs. I don't have to move and I can pick it up. But anyway, back to what I was saying. There's a boss that I'm worried about that's coming up next, which is you'll see. That's the explanation.
You know, this upcoming boss is unapologetically black and fast.
I get
Wow. And it's crazy because it's true. Mello laughed.
Yeah, because I can see the split name.
Yeah.
I guess like a trigger warning. This is there's gonna be some arachnids on the screen very shortly. Big hairy ones too. So if you guys don't like spiders, you might want to avert your eyes in these upcoming segments.
Doing micro pauses. Oh, look, a boulder. Indiana Jones. Dun, 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 dun. All right, we're good.
What a roll.
Yeah, so
This
it's
is
gonna
Samus.
be
Samus is out
the
here.
spider's coming up now. So look away. We'll let you know when it's safe again. Don't worry, they can't get you. We protect.
Oh, I
Oh,
called
never
it
mind.
too.
He just
Good
got
stuff.
rolled, bro. You're done.
No,
Silas can't save you. Oh no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about maybe I am talking about you.
Listen.
Maybe I am you. Shoot.
Don't do this.
Drill.
Oh, a friend.
So this is Black Tiger, the spider. Say hello. Okay.
I hate that spider.
Yeah, Black Tiger's off the screen now. It's safe. It's safe again. For the time being.
So Black Tiger is like Lisa. It's like a truck. But
It's like a truck.
it's
Legs like what?
What?
All right. Stop it there.
Okay, Black Tiger hits like a truck and also poisons. So like that room is very scary if you can't get the right manipulation or RNG. This puzzle is really pretty simple. There's a little turntable in the middle of the room. I don't even think I'm in front of it. This is the worst part about the camera angles. Sometimes. So there's a turntable in the room. We have to move this statue onto it, and it's going to rotate. And there's a set amount of spaces or moves that you should be doing to do it. So I think I count off like 1, 2. That first one I always like think about it, and then this one's 3, 2, 3. You get one move.
3, 2,
Stay in the same
3.
place. Push 1, 2, 3. On. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I think I messed up here a little bit. I'm on the thingy. Oh no, I'm good. Okay. Might be a little too far over to the left. No, we're good. So yeah,
Held
you
the
count that out.
turntable.
You count that out, and you should always get this perfectly right. Idea here is so that 1, you don't spend too much time pushing the block and spinning it around in the statue, and then 2, also so that Jill doesn't get caught on the turntable, because if she stands on it, she will also spin. It will stop and do an animation of her spinning. I'm coming back here for a safety herb because Black Tiger is still alive in that room. Now we can kill Black Tiger if we really, really wanted to, but it's almost faster.
Save the animals.
Pretty much. Save the scary
I'm
bug-like
sure people
animals.
in chat are like, kill it with fire.
Yep. See, oh, you see that thing that did that? All right, so we just walked in there and walked out. But you saw what Black Tiger just did with the lunge. That is essentially what we wanted to do the first time, and it didn't do it. That's the best RNG you could possibly get when you walk into that room. Is Black Tiger doing that attack, and then you can just freely hit the door and get the webs off of it. Second good RNG is Black Tiger assisting you at the door by spitting at the door or swinging at the door, because it can also knock the webbing off the door as well.
You just said door like 10
like
times.
16 times, right? Oh, yeah, I'm great. I'm gonna use this. Pick this up out of here. We're gonna do this puzzle.
So have you been streaming this game a lot recently?
Yes, but I've also streamed this game for like 7 years.
Whoa!
Really?
A lot. Yeah, a lot.
Wow.
I couldn't tell.
Wow!
Couldn't tell. Right, that's right. Who would have thought?
I can tell.
I mean, this run's kind of like stairs, you know, up and down.
Up and down. Oh, this room's interesting. You have Lisa, and she spawns based off of the direction that you go first. So I went to the left. I'm going now, and I'm going to the right. She's not here. But if I went to the right, she would have been in that hallway first. Stairs.
Yeah, that's a really cool thing that they did there.
Yeah, 7 years. And I like the Resident Evil series. It is one of the first games that I would say like I've ever speed ran ever. Because like, you know, for when you beat this game, it gives you a time, you know, ending time, and like I don't think a lot of games did that. So I guess even in the early days of the game's inception, like even the OG ones, like, you know, you were always prompted to beat the game as fast as you could. And yeah, I've been essentially doing it ever since. But officially, I guess the most recent, maybe like 4 years of actual speedrunning.
It's always cool how the in-game timers are kind of just like, oh, I can do that faster. Let's go again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they even incentivize you with like unlocks. Like you get the rocket launcher in the original game for beating it in under 3 hours. And I think in this one, the same rocket launcher under 3 hours, but you also get like an infinite ammo handgun for under 5 hours, I think.
Yeah. It's one or the other. I don't know. We always beat it at under 3, so it's just like you ended up getting those items. So I forgot after all these years.
Yeah, and they also okay, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say with the re-releases in 2015, they pretty much the only thing that was unlocked from the get-go, because the costumes used to be behind that too, but the only thing that they kept or unlocked initially with the re-releases was the costumes, I think. Some of the costumes, not all of them.
No, just the BSA outfits, and those are new.
Those are new, right? Okay, that's what I'm
remastered.
thinking. That's why I said like the costumes, because you used to have to get the key
You can
in order
choose
to
your
get
costume.
the costume.
Yeah, you can choose your costume at the start of the run. You don't actually have to go into. You still can, I believe, go into the room to change it, like the closet with the closet key. But you can choose your costume at the start of the run in the remasters. So that's nice.
All right, so there I dodged Lisa's attack. So we never really went into too much of her attacks or like how they really work. They have this really weird hitbox. So you want to make sure whenever you are trying to dodge her, she has 2 attacks: the swing attack and then that one there where it goes down to up. You want to make sure her hands during both attacks go completely down so that the animation is completely done. If you don't, you'll still get hit. Actually, I'm lying. She has 3 attacks. I'm not sure if she does the other attack though. Normally, like when you see her in the hallways and stuff like that. Or is it only during her boss fight? Oh, we're back here at her house. Because
Lisa's house. You need to clean up, bro.
a little bit, man. Like, I mean, not even a little bit, just a lot. You see all that?
Looks like Black Tiger's been in there.
I mean, they might have been shacking up. You never know. I'm not knocking it that she and the spiders rock out. I wish them the best and happiness and all that fun stuff.
Didn't Hagrid
These are
have
the
a
best
pet
lines ever.
spider that was like his like a dear friend in Harry Potter?
Oh, really?
Aragog.
What? Yeah, thank
That's
you.
it.
Thank you.
All right. So we're going back to the mansion. I think we're done. We're going to the lab next, right? Are we, Lisa? Yeah, Lisa. I don't know where we are. Brain's on autopilot a little bit.
No, wait, you can't go in the mansion yet.
Why?
I mean, to the lab, because you forgot to switch it to Wumbo.
Huh? I'm confused. Don't do this. Don't do this. The brain is on autopilot. What are we doing? Lisa Trevor.
you're completely fine. You're completely
Go to the
fine.
lab. Go to the lab. Go to the lab. Go to the lab.
Bro, I said Wumbo, like...
Like, that's why I was like, wait a second. That was a joke. But like, hold up. And now, Mello, you see why we have the splits.
Right.
Yeah, because don't leave it up to me. I have them all messed up. He's like, oh no, I forgot Wumbo.
Right. The study of wombology.
Oh my God. Examine. So yeah, we're pretty much done with the game here. Coming up on yet another interesting boss fight. This was not too bad. But so hopefully so far, like all the stuff we've been explaining and like trying to go over, I know it's been a really quick run in sense of like going through the rooms and things, because like using the door skip mod, you remove the loading times. And this is really just an item collection game at that point.
The next run is, and don't mess up the selection this time.
I will not. I will not. I learned from last time. All right, slow your roll. All right, Strats here. Hold up. Okay, girl, come here. You didn't do what I wanted her to do, but it's fine.
Nice. That was really clean.
Yeah.
That's the last we see of Lisa, unfortunately. She's gonna reach into this coffin and grab the head of her dead mother skull, I guess. And then Blues could do, we can do.
I'm not going that way. Perfectly good elevator right here.
So just really quickly, there was a cutscene that we skipped just then. Our partner Barry, we discovered that he was a traitor.
Traitor.
all along.
Oh no. Oh my God.
And but
Oh no.
Jill used her Jill Fu. Oh, I'm sorry, Samus. Samus used her.
You get it right.
Samus
No.
Fu and,
Laura.
Peppa Pig used her Peppa Fu and acquired the gun from Barry.
Going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
then-
Flying through.
Oh my gosh, this just goes deeper and deeper, bro. Wow, her brother Caillou would be so upset.
Clifford. Well, but where's the red dog?
What am I saying? What am I saying? Who cares about this run anymore?
I don't know.
There's a
Hey,
cutscene.
Dodge.
You take Barry's gun. The game gives you the option to give it back. We say no because he sucks, and we take his gun. And it's super powerful, especially against living things.
Boom, headshot. So for this puzzle here, the password is, the username is John, and the password, if I can get to the password, is Ada. Names we will be hearing later in the next run. And then the code here is cell.
Oh, so what I was gonna say before we went down that rabbit hole, Resident Evil HD Remaster, for those who aren't too familiar with the run, it might not seem too like visually appealing because again, there's like not much tech and things at play. You're mostly just running from room to room and trying to do that well. However, the upcoming run, Resident Evil 2 Remake, is so much more engaging. I feel like we won't have a hard time at all, keeping up with what's going on. It's
Why did I grab that?
So definitely stay tuned for that one.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'm not gonna say it's difficult to kind of commentate this a little bit, but it's more. There's a lot of things. Like I can explain exactly every little ounce of things that we're gonna do, like picking up every single.
It's hard to
item,
make it
which is the
interesting.
next room. Yeah, it's hard to make it. It's a little hard to make it interesting. But I love the banter to go back and forth, having the commentator and going back and forth about the things that even when we know the game. But yeah, like typically during streams, I usually do explain everything, and also have some jokes here lined up here and there. So here, like
you line up the jokes.
Line them up.
You took notes.
Okay. So yeah, this is the powerful Barry gun, and I'm clearing out some enemies for something that we have to do later, which is another segment that I'm going to need sound for that guy. We're good.
Oh, can I go over this while you go do the thing?
Yes, yeah, do it while I'm running back.
All right, yo, check it out. So here is the empty fuel capsule. We have to take it from this room and go back, I think like 2 to 3 rooms deep, and fill up the fuel capsule with fuel, I guess, and bring it back to where we picked it up from originally. It's dangerous because the fuel is highly explosive, and this game is very it's not very friendly to us, and if we move too much, we will explode. It'll be game over. That's the end of the run. There's going to be a strategy we use here where we take, I believe, what is it? 3 steps? I don't know.
Two five.
Okay, 2 steps. We walk 2 steps. We run 5 steps.
Some rooms you can't make the full 5 steps, but here you can. So the animation for steps does not match up with the sound, so you have to listen to your steps. One step over, you explode.
Oh man, I'm gonna be honest. At some point, like I just look away from the screen because I can't watch. But yeah, if he would have done ran 1 step too much, it would just blown up. Big explosion, kablam, kablooey.
Right. I'm so glad that's over because I counted. You didn't tell us that the animation was off before, and I was like, "That's 6 steps." Waiting for an explosion. Nothing at all.
That's one of the few things, like technique wise, in the game that exists for like the speed runs. It's like And it's one of the things that you need to pay attention to. Just like earlier with the hunter dodge that I did up the step, or hunter stairscape setup, like that's a sound cue, because that hunter upstairs on the second floor runs and screams, and you can hear it. But if you're not paying attention too well, then you won't know when to go ahead and try to make the leap. So like for this part, it's definitely you. When I first tried it, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. I'm looking at her feet. She's not, she's running. I'm running these steps. And then like someone was like, hey, just count the steps. You have to listen to the sounds of the taps versus looking at, her feet actually move. Hey, Wesker. That's Wesker. We met him earlier, but we didn't really see
our final boss fight, by the way.
He did.
That was our final boss fight.
Yeah, he did.
This is why we take the gun from Barry. We don't give him his gun back because, one, he's a loser. Two, his gun can do that.
Yeah, and as I was saying before, like we're pretty much coming up on time for this run in a few minutes, a few seconds actually. Well, I say a minute. But yeah, like a lot of the tech and for this run is really just optimized movement, optimized lines, that kind of stuff. Anything to minimize extra like wiggling and running all over the place. So that's why the timings for this, I believe like the world record for this is like 54 minutes. Okay, you're in the way, buddy. Yeah, that's why the timings are so tight with the records, is because people have hunkered down and just optimize just the movement pieces of it. Aside from that, it's just memory. Everything is a memory game, and follow a line. And it's really simple, really easy to pick up. Really, really easy to pick up. I encourage anybody who's interested in it to definitely give it a try.
Oh my God.
I expected that.
I think in chat, I think they're saying that Resident Evil is a metaphor for order picking and retail.
Wow. All right, so time's gonna come up when the cutscene happens. I'm gonna pick this up and use this item, and time.
Jill, you did a fine job.
Sweet. GG, do you have any last things to say about this one before we break and then go into the next one?
No, that's it. It's a very, very quick run. Very sorry if you were looking for really, really deep, intricate strat giving. Best I could say is it's just good luck. But it's really good, easy game to get. Really good game. 1:10:23 is actually a really good time. Like even if you're starting out, like 2 hours is a really good time. It's a really good, easy game to get into. Like my PB for this, I just got a new one, is 107 and 6 seconds, I think now. So if you saw how I did this without optimized movement and with backup strats and safety strats, then imagine what you can do if you narrowed it down to optimize it even more. Imagine how easy it is to actually optimize this and go forward with it. So you guys aren't done with me though. You got me for like another hour and a half because I got another.
No, yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah.
But